Hi, I'm Catarina and this is the beginning of my gap year story. Back in October I decided to quit my job after a long period of self-reflection and after spending 2 amazing weeks surrounded by nature at a permaculture design course in Sintra, Portugal. But let's start from the beginning and go back to 2017. After finishing my bachelor's degree in marketing and advertisement, I did an internship as a junior web developer where I've built a website all by myself for the first time. Everyone was amazing, and since they really liked my job, they decided to hire me as a part-time employee. 6 months have passed and I got an offer to join the company where I'm currently at. I've been a web developer at this company ever since, working together with a marketing team, developing projects for several companies. I've learned a lot since I joined the team, especially during my first year. I always loved having a lot of work to do, but a bit over a year I started to burn out and I started to realize that there was much more about life than just work, so I started to question a lot of things about my own life. In 2020, we were hit by a pandemic. I was still working at the time and I found myself, as anyone else, stuck inside of my apartment 24/7, leaving me to deal with a lot of anxiety and stress. I was missing everything I did before the pandemic, like the hikes, I was missing my friends, I was missing visiting new places, I was missing the overall freedom we once had, so I found myself at a loop. My days were all the same. I would wake up, have breakfast, work for 4 to 5 hours, have lunch, work for another 4 hours, have dinner, and fall asleep at the beginning of a How I Met Your Mother's episode. And then the weekends came and they didn't feel as much different from the rest of the week. I was still stuck inside of my house trying to find new ways to spend my time. I was feeling really unhappy and unfulfilled. When the restrictions were lifted last year, my boyfriend and I decided to enroll at a 2-week permaculture design course in Terra Alta. At that time, he had just finished his bachelor's degree in geology. Like me, he has a much simpler way to look at life, and I find myself learning a lot from him every day that I spend by his side.
Okay. It was all.
Thanks, guys. I'm packed.
I'm filming you.
Oi, oi, oi.
Hello!
So sad.
Poor Severin.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hello, baby!
How's it go?
Those 2 weeks really solidified our belief in living a much simpler life in the countryside, surrounded by nature, growing our own fruit and veg, taking the time to care about ourselves and the ones that we love. 3 days after arriving back to the city, I decided to go to the office to speak with my boss, to tell him about the permaculture course and also to tell him about my desire to quit so I could explore more about this area. To my surprise, he really enjoyed what I told him. Instead of accepting my resignation, he actually decided to offer me a sabbatical year. A year off work to learn and explore all areas of permaculture, like agriculture, animal care, bioconstruction, and much more. I was amazed and so thankful for this opportunity. Instead of pursuing the normal path of finding an internship after college, Zé actually decided to postpone his career so he could go on this adventure with me. My last day of work was back in December, so 3 months have passed now, and this pandemic certainly changed and rearranged all my plans. Before the second lockdown, we were still able to go on a 3-day trip to Arcos de Valdevez. We visited a little village called Sistelo that had a lot of trails that we could go on, and then we went to the mountains where Zé saw snow for the first time in his life.
Oh, there he is! Chasing the bird. Your first time touching snow. It's more like ice.
É bem rígido, estás a ver? Vai, não. Ah.
Conseguires-me tirar isso?
With the cases increasing day by day, the lockdown prevented me from going where I wanted to go when I wanted to, so I had to find ways to keep myself occupied while at the same time learning new things. I'm definitely not the type of just sitting around doing nothing, so during that time I cooked, I cleaned, I created my own portfolio, I took 2 certified courses, I read, and I decided I wanted to start my own YouTube channel to share and cherish this experience. This is actually my second time filming this video. The first time we had everything planned. We were supposed to go to 2 farms, one in March and another one in April. But unfortunately, one of the members of the family that we were supposed to stay with got tested for COVID and the test came back positive, so we had to cancel our visit. Fortunately, the second farm where we were supposed to spend the whole month of April had a last-minute cancellation, so they didn't have any volunteers for the month of March. We spoke to them and they were kind enough to let us come earlier and to spend a longer period of time at their farm. They grow their own food and a little bit more so they can sell at the market, and they also run a small business of aromatics. Besides that, they also have a few animals, fruit trees and nut trees. My ultimate dream is to one day be able to have my little house away from the city where I can grow my own food, big enough to have animals, where I can balance both life in nature and in the digital world. If you relate to what I just shared, we hope you can accompany us on our journey. Thank you for listening to my story, and I'll hopefully see you very soon. Bye!